title of this mini podcast is Softening. Years ago, the Grasshopper offered me a hard and fast rule. A calcified heart has no room for forgiveness. Hardening of the arteries is something that science is working on, but hardening of the heart is not on its radar screen. Such an oversight. Whether it's an elongated grudge, feud, war, or spat, the result is always the same. The heart hardens. The downside is the hardening happens for all parties engaged in the conflict. Hardening is the silent killer of forgiveness. Regarding forgiveness, if you examine it carefully, you'll come to the realization that you don't have the power to forgive anyone. Forgiveness, like the Christian concept of grace, arrives when it arrives. It's a gift, not a commodity that you can keep on the shelf to parcel out when you deem it necessary. Since we don't have the power to create forgiveness, we have to be open to it for forgiveness to flow. Bitterness clogs that flow. You can preach forgiveness from atop Mount Everest, and no one receives the message, including you, if you're holding on to bitterness. There has to be an opening in order for forgiveness to work its softening miracle. How do we open up to forgiveness? It's simpler than it seems. We just have to be open to the idea. Let's face it. What is your grudge other than an idea you're open to? What if you decided to be open to forgiveness? In the past, the concept of being open to forgiveness never even got to the negotiating table, and the hardening got worse. What if it now becomes an agenda item? The chances for forgiveness happening have just increased. There's no chance if the idea is not allowed in the meeting room. Here's a crazy notion. Open yourself up to the idea of forgiveness and see what happens. You just may find a soft spot in your heart for this idea. All the best, John.